welcome to another wine tasting with Mom and Son. I'm Nichelle.
And I'm not John.
Today we're going to be reviewing another white wine. What's the name of this one?
This wine is called Chateau Saint Michel.
The first thing I noticed is a fancy bottle.
It is.
This one is a cork wine. The last one we did, was a screw top.
No screw top today.
Tell us a little bit about this wine, John.
Like my mother stated before, it's a white wine. Has 13.5% alcohol content. So beware.
It's another heavy hitter here.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Where's this wine out of?
It's from Washington State, a place called Columbia Valley in the United States.
Ooh, okay. All right, so let's taste it.
Also, before we taste it, I wanted to state that Columbia Valley is also the largest wine region in the state of Washington.
Oh,
so,
wow.
Just wanted to throw that out there.
That is very interesting. So let's give it a taste. Cheers.
Cheers.
I jumped the gun because what are we supposed to do first? We're supposed to do the test. What is the test that you do?
Well,
Sniff, smell,
you hold it from right here, and then you stir it,
swirl it.
swirl it,
Swirl it.
and then you smell,
Mmm.
and you sip.
First thing I noticed is the smell. What are you getting from it?
To me, it kind of smells like a sour green apple kind of vibe, something sour.
Yeah, it's not a very appealing smell.
Yeah, it's not.
It smells very alcohol strong type of smell to me.
To me, this
rubbing
also-
alcohol.
This also smells like something in the garden.
Really? Okay,
Yeah,
the flower.
Just a mixture of it though, just because some flowers have that distinct smell where it's just like it's an outside kind of smell.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think about the color?
I like the color.
Beautiful color.
Like I stated before in the last video, I like gold. So, yeah, this is a very beautiful color. Very appealing to the eye.
It is very appealing.
Right.
What do you think about the taste?
The taste. Let me taste it one more time to make sure.
It's not too dry to me. It's a little bitter. What do you think?
It's a little bitter. It's not too dry, but I do feel a hint of dryness. Tastes a little bit acidic to me.
It does. It does.
Very kind of like acidic.
It does. I think because the alcohol is so strong.
Right. But it's definitely not that sweet content that I'm looking for. But
How much did this one go for? We got this one on sale. How much does it usually go for? You know? Think about what?
I think it's about $15,
That's
14
what I was
around
gonna
13,
say.
14, 15 range.
And I
but
got it for about $9.99 again on sale.
$9.99.
Where can they pick this up from? In the Maryland region?
Yeah,
DC?
you can pick it up in the Maryland region. I'm not sure if you can pick this up in DC, but most likely you probably could.
Yeah, this one seems like it probably is in a wide range of areas. This one looks like, to me, if you're gonna have something like a fancy kind of dinner, it'll give you the illusion of it being fancy.
Yeah.
I like the bottle. I think it's very sleek, and I like the color of the bottle. I like the picture of the chateau on it. What about you?
Definitely, I was just, once you said something about fancy, I was like, yep. So if I was on a date, and I didn't really know too much about wine, if this is the first thing that I spotted, I most likely would have chosen this because it looks fancy.
So would you recommend it to somebody?
I would recommend it if you're just trying to look fancy, not necessarily for taste,
Mm.
you know, but just to give off that I'm fancy vibe, you know, if you don't really know what you're doing, you know. So,
So that's going to lead us
yeah.
into our rating. So we're going to start with what do we think about the color on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being the best and 1 being the worst. What would you rate the color?
Oh, for the color, I give it a 10
Give it a
because
10 for the
I
color?
like gold.
You do like
I would give it a 10.
I would
Yeah.
give it a 10 as well
For color.
for color. So
Yeah.
let's go to what do we think about the smell?
The smell. The smell is a little plain still to me. It's
Just a
got kind
little
of like
alcohol
it's
to
kind of
me.
like a plain smell, but
Hmm.
it does seem like it's a sour apple type of smell. You know, like
So
it's
on a scale of
plain
1 to
sour.
10, what would you give it?
I would give it probably like a 4.
I'm
Like a
with you.
4.
I'm with
You
you.
know, I don't want to grade too harsh,
Mm.
so I'm gonna give it a 4.
And
Smell.
so I'm in agreement with that for what about the taste, which is important?
Um,
Mm.
yeah, it's not something that I could just sit back and just drink this all day. Like, oh man, you know, bring out, you know,
Mm-mm.
this, you know, for
Mm-mm.
not for taste.
Mm-mm.
Again, you know, no.
So what's scoring wise?
I would probably give it about 3.5, 4,
Mm.
3.5, 4, man.
Mm.
'Cause it's
A little bit disappointed in the
yeah,
taste.
I don't really like the taste, you know.
Because the bottle itself drew me to it, and because it looked fancy, I wanted to give it a little try. But I don't like the taste.
Me neither.
I don't like the taste.
I don't like the taste.
So I wouldn't recommend it to anybody. Would you recommend it to someone?
Again, I wouldn't recommend this for taste. Only if you're just trying to give off the impression of just being fancy, just for something to show off. I recommend you just maybe have 2, you know, maybe one of these and some other bottle that, you know, possibly has a sweeter taste. It's all about what you're going for. But me personally, no, I wouldn't recommend it for taste.
Do we know what it goes well with as far as food?
Yes. Again, this is a white wine, so white wines generally go with like poultry, fish, rich fish, tuna, salmon,
Mm.
chicken, which is poultry, and you
Hmm.
know, bird,
Okay.
vegetarian dishes as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't even think we talked about that before about the pairings with vegetables because wine goes really well with vegetable dishes. So,
But I heard that this really goes well with like tuna, tuna or
mm,
salmon. They said that it really, I guess, enriches the flavor. So
it's
you could
gonna
try
need a
that.
lot of help. So, if you if you had fish,
Yeah.
this one right here, make sure the fish tastes really good because this right here
Yeah.
it's not really dry, but it's very bitter. Um, it's acidic,
Yeah, very acidic.
just like my son mentioned. Um, it's gonna give you a buzz. Like
Oh,
again, alcohol content is what?
13.5. I
Mm,
just wanted to add that
get your head right.
yeah, the bright side about this wine, even though it doesn't taste too good, it's 13.5%. So I'm pretty sure after a few sips, you know, if you're not really a drinker, you will get a nice little buzz. You
Nice
know,
buzz.
so you can stop right there. You know, and save
Definitely
the rest
stop
for
right
later or
there.
something for another
Hmm.
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that's something I like about it.
Is this a younger or older wine? Do we know?
I'm thinking it's a little bit older,
Okay.
because it's you know, tend to have that orange, you
Right,
know.
when you look around and
Hmm.
then yeah,
It's not
so
really dark.
it's not dark.
Hmm.
And what's is that the name of the vineyard as well? Chateau
Chateau
Saint
Saint.
Michel.
Michelle.
Okay, and this is a Chardonnay. So there are different types of
Right, Chardonnay. Grapes.
wines,
Yep.
and this one is a Chardonnay. Um, so again, this is not going to go on one of our favorite lists because it just doesn't cut it as far as the taste. But again, it looks good on the table. You know, if you want to give the impression, you know, that you're, you know, a wine connoisseur, you might want to just go ahead and pick it up.
If you want to fake it till you make it,
Till
man.
you make
And sometimes that's okay.
Personally, I won't be picking it up again.
Yeah, nah.
It was on sale though, so that was a high point.
But I will add, if you're just into wine like I am, I still try all kind of different wine, man.
Because you just never know.
Yeah, it's for the experience too, you know.
Definitely.
So
definitely about the experience of it. And you just never know, you know, you can't really tell by the bottle. Or, you know, you have these videos like we're doing right now, and, you know, it'll give you something that you might want to try and pick up.
right. And I just wanted to add too as well, just because we're rating these wine doesn't mean we're discouraging people from not trying this brand.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it's really up to you. You know,
Right. It's all about the experience,
Right.
like we said. So,
So-
you know, you gotta try it to know what you like. This one just didn't do it for us.
yeah,
This-
it's just our
this
personal
time.
opinion. You know,
But you should pick it up and try it.
but it's nice about it.
It is a very nice bottle, you know, and it's a nice color.
Oh yeah, one thing also, the font, man. I really love this font, man. Like in the last couple of videos, I was talking about like tattoos and things and fonts. So I have something actually that's on my arm, tattoo of my mother's name. Oh yeah. So it's kind of resembles it a little bit
Does
to a certain
that
extent,
font.
you know, that type of font. So I love that font, man. You know, so the creators, beautiful job with the bottle, man.
Very,
You know,
very creative.
still want to give you your props.
You
Definitely.
did a good job
See,
with the
work hard
design
on
of the
it.
bottle
Definitely
and
work hard
everything.
on
And
it.
if you are a Chardonnay, you know, lover, you might want to pick this up and try it. It might be right up your alley.
Bring out the salmon and the tuna.
And enjoy it. And just before we go, I just wanted to give a special highlight to my son's new book, School of the Woven Way by Neville Jordan. If you don't have it, go out and get it.
It's a good read.
Thank you again for joining us with Wine Reviews with Najan and Nichelle. Mom and son, Wine Reviews.
Yeah.
Signing off.
Appreciate y'all.